Welcome to Thursday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Glad to have you along. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Fournier. Clock at 6. There's the three. First shot won't go. To the paint. Stolen. The three is up. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. There's a screen. Fires from deep. He buries it from 3.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Pass to Vezenkov. Jacks up a 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Knocks down the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Fournier. Inside. Sends it home from three-point land. 6 points for him.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Here's the pick. Takes a 3. For 3. The rebound by Vezenkov.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You will gladly take those.
That shot wide open.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
From deep. It's not going to go for him. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. When I asked about guarding the big man, Domantas Sabonis, he told me his versatility is really tremendous. I told our guys to be aware of not just his scoring ability, but to clog up any passing lanes they see, because he can really move the ball too. It's going to take a total team effort from us. Let's see how things play out.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Vezenkov. Off target from outside. Fournier covering. Puts up a 3. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Off target from three-point range. 1:02 left in the first. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
To the inside. Here's Vasenkov. 36 seconds left now in the first quarter. Rips it home off a terrific move.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Here's Papanikolaou, down low. The shot by Vasenkov, no good.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Launches it. And he can't get that one. That shot missing. And that does it for the first quarter. Up 8. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
Here's Evans, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Here's Balmaro. Here's Mirotic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And down it goes. 2 points.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
Lets it go from the wing. McCormick with a rebound.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Peters, yet to see a basket. Lets it go. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
Here's Mirotic to the left side wing. Beyond the arc. Hits a three-pointer.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Dorsey. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the 3 off target. Here's Mirotic. 4-3. The long distance 3 is buried. He's got 6.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Drops in the 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
From the arc. No luck on that one.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And there's the drive and the dunk. to finish it off. A beauty.
He flashes to the rim and is met with no resistance.
Here's Dorsey. Somehow misses the two-handed jam. Dorsey's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Mirotic from beyond the arc and then some.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. Brooks outside. Lets it go from deep. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
To the middle. Puts the move on. Rips in the dunk off the timely pump fake.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Pass to Mirotic. There's a screen. Here's the three. Nope, that one misses. Now 3 for 5.
Home team foul. Armani. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
35 seconds left in the first half. Here's Peters. Inside. Nice move. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Dorsey. Three-pointer, no good.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
To the paint. It's intercepted. And they're pushing it up. Lets the three fly. Knocks down the long J. He's got 9.
If they keep finding steals like that.
Oh, he got it. Oh. He got it to go at the buzzer.
Wow. Unreal. A bomb at the buzzer whips the crowd into a frenzy right at the stroke of halftime.
And the first half now in the books. Up 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Guys, how about our winner from the Western Conference?
I've been really impressed watching him. I mean, he's facilitating this offense.
And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the home team.
They're moving at a high speed.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. So it's the home team now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And it's blocked. Left side, Fournier. The three ball. That shot off.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Ball no good. And he jams it home with authority.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Goes up on the wing. Can't hit that one.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
It's stolen away. On the break. Here's Papanikolaou. Jams it in off the great move.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. He drops it from range.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Here's Vezinkov. He's got 5. Pure from three-point range.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Fall. Here's Vezinkov. Let's go with a 3. Tipped in transition. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize. To the inside. Rob. And here they come. Fires the 3. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
On the wing, Fournier. Crafty move. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 4 rebounds in the game. There's the screen. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Outside Fournier. The 3. He can't hit that time. Fournier's gone 2 of 5 tonight. Puts it up. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third quarter. Oh, he missed the chippy right there.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
A quick shot there. It's off target.
Well, he keeps taking shots and keeps missing. At what point do you get others involved?
Pass to Vezinkov. Takes the 3. Nails it from 3. Vezinkov's got 8.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Hits the trifecta.
Goodness, this man is ripping 3 after 3. An incredible display of shooting.
And he dunks it down.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Here he goes. Powered down as the whistle blows. 3-point play opportunity.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Here's Balmaro. Outside for Brooks. 1 second left. And that's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Here's Evans. Brooks defending. From behind the arc. The shot by Evans, no good.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Evans. Yep, right through the net. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Brooks, the pass to Bolmaro. Floats one up, and no good. They are so close to taking the lead.
This is one of those games where momentum...
That was unbelievable!
Wow.
Now that is a finish for the ages.
Pass to McCormick. And here's Brooks. Knocks it loose.
Out of bounds.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
In deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Great open look there. He's got 31.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Three-pointer. Shot that time, not on target. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Bolmaro. Shot is good, off the back rim and in.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Peters' shot is good.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Here's Mirotic. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's Evans. Takes it inside. Blocked! And they get it back. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dorsey. There's the triple.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Evans. From downtown, drains the triple. Evans has got 7 points for the quarter.
Drew the defense and made the proper read, hitting his teammates on the perimeter.
And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And it's even more satisfying when you answer with a 3, and it looks like they're putting the game out of reach.
Ooh, it's stolen away. In transition, here they come. Offline with a 3. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Here's Peters. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. To the wing, right side. Plenty of space. He squares up and sinks it.
He's accounted for over half their points thus far, shouldering the load offensively.
And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And 1:01 left to play in the fourth quarter. Ooh, ripped away. It's 2-on-1. On up the court. Pass to Dorsey. On the wing, Brooks. Oh, deflected. Tries to save it. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. No good with the triple. Oh, so much on the line here.
And the crowd is locked in.
Here's Peters. From the wing. Counted! What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
pass to Balmaro. From outside the arc. Yep, it's good. And so they get the victory here at home. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory.
Everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Medu is out there with Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the 1 spot. Pass to Medu, now Vesely. Out to Parker, just 5 to shoot. Tries it from the top of the key. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Takes the 3. Shields, Satoransky covering. A three-pointer is right on target.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. There's the triple. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Shields, covered by Parker. Brooks, that's a 2-pointer. And the first shot of the night for him, no good.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And a slam dunk by Vesely.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. This one for three. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Fires the three. Satoransky gets the bucket.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
Shields trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track. Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. So they take the lead.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Out to the right wing. Traps in the tray. He has 5.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Satoransky the pass to Medu. Parker with it. Fires the three. Knocked loose. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. They set the screen. Here's Medu. Scoreless thus far. Shields covered by Parker. Shields off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. I'm not sure who is supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
And they come right back with their own three-pointers.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
41 seconds left in the first quarter. Fires away from way outside. Satoransky grabs the miss.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
The tray. The shot misses. 23 seconds left to play in the first. Drills the three-pointer.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Pass to Parker. Here's Medu. For the three. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Up by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Falls out there with Hernan Gomez, and it's Latro Vidala in at the point guard position.
Yeah, easy call.
First personal foul, first team foul.
The first one falls.
For the away team, number 8, 2 shots.
And so he hits both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
To the middle. A three for Mirotic. It's good from long range.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Takes it off the glass.
Number 8, assist goes to
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Balmoro. And the three off target. Here's Abrinas. Still scoreless. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
From downtown, Balmoro's shot is off. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Abrinas. The layup off target. Mirotic against Hernan Gomez. Mirotic the pass to McCormick. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Pass to Mirotic. Lets it go with the 3. Fall with the rebound.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the three-point line.
Hernan Gomez a screen. The shot's good from Laprovitola.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Hernan Gomez against Mirotic. There's the 3. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Beyond the arc. Laprovitola, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Balmoro's shot is off. Here's Abrinas.
2 minutes.
Connects from three-point range. 7 points in the game.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
And here's Mirotic from beyond the arc. Fall with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Shot's good by Hernan Gomez.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
To end the run, hits it from three-point range.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Pass to Abrinas. Puts up a 3. Mirotic grabs the miss. Abrinas has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Balmoro. Trains the three-pointer. Balmoro's got his first 3 points of the game. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Abrinas. Driving inside.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Balmoro, that's good.
Well, that's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Here's Laprovitola. And that one, good. Laprovitola's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And here's Mirotic from beyond the arc. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's the drive. Abrinas plays it up off the glass. Abrinas has got 6 points.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And it's good for 2.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And that concludes the first half. Up 7. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half court.
Thanks for tuning in.
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your...
And now let's take a glimpse. Thanks for joining us.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Satoransky against Brooks. Now here's Parker. To the paint. Here's Vesely. And Vesely slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. We've got Satoransky. Medu is out there with Parker. And it's Vesely in at the 5 spot. Shields. And it's off from three-point range. Has a chance to add to their lead.
If they get into double digits, that would make it a huge hill to climb.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Here's Satoransky, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Satoransky's got his second basket.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
It's Brooks on the wing. And Metu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Here's Brooks. Hasn't made one yet. From past the arc, the rebound by Medu.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
You got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. The 8 banks. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 6.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Got a piece of it. Shields, covered by Parker. Inside, it's stolen, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Satoransky. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And the 3 ball is good.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
It's Parker outside. No good. Parker's gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Shields. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way up.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Satoransky against Brooks. Satoransky gets the bucket.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Shields, covered by Parker. To the inside. Pass to Brooks. From deep. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now Satoransky. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Satoransky's got 9.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And Parker with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. On defense, the visitors. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And another miss. Woo, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Just 4 to shoot.
And really, after that strong first half, he has been in quite a tailspin.
And the home team has possession. 11-point game. Yep, that one goes. He's got 11. There's 53 seconds left in the third. Brooks against Satoransky. Driving to the basket. And the layup is good.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Hey, yo, right here.
Shoots. Oh, that's blocked. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Shields, covered by Parker. To the right side. Shields.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Brooks with no one around. Sinks the triple. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
And that's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Hernan Gomez, and it's Fall in its center. Here's La Providola. The second chance effort goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Here's Balmora. A fader. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Pass to Abrinas. Jacks up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And the call will be against Hernan Gomez. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's McCormick. Pass to Mirotic. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Balmora. No good from outside. Balmora's gone just 2 of 7 from long range. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Whoops, they pick off the pass.
Away team foul. Number 8, first personal foul, second team foul. Checking in for the away team, number 0, Kevin Cody.
Fall with the rebound. Fall's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Good question.
First personal foul.
Small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Markers checked in for Hernan Gomez. Shields. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Pass to Balmora. Ball stolen. Here we go, all alone. And here we go. And stolen by Mirotic. They get it back. And he goes in for the dunk.
I'll tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
First personal foul, 4th team foul.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Balmora. The three. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got 6 rebounds in the game. Fires for 3. McCormick with the rebound. Here's the break. Here's Mirotic. From outside the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Lets the 3 fly. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And the shot is good.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Shields misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. It's picked off. McCormick passes to Balmora. Here's the 3. The shot, no good. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Out to the right wing. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.
Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Willie Hernan Gomez, and it's Parker in at the small forward position. On the wing, Fournier. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And Fournier is highly skilled, a crafty European talent who's really fearless when it comes to shooting the basketball.
And he makes all 3.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Pass to Fall. Parker with it. Down low. 6 on the shot clock. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Driving in. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Fall. Covered by Saturansky. They set a pick. Here's Vezenkov. Three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Hernan Gomez, the pass to Parker. Fires for 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. On the wing, Fournier. Parker defending. Pass to Vezenkov. Pulls up on the wing. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
The 3 is up. Saturansky shot is off. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Vezenkov. Saturansky with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Fall. And that one is stuffed right through.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Here's Papanikolaou. It's hauled in by Fall.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect.
And it all had to be, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Good on the bucket.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
On the wing, Fournier. Fires in the triple. Fournier's got 6 points.
Boy, Fournier is an excellent shooter from distance, and that really helps his team space the floor.
Here's Satoransky. Drops in the layup for 2.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Covered by Satoransky. This one for 3. Counted from distance.
Just straight tricking the defender with the shot fake. This is how it's done.
Parker right side. Satoransky outside. Shot clock at 5. Another shot. And the basket is good. 6 points for him.
Kick to the outside, heads-up play, cognizant of the entire floor.
Ball passes to Fournier. That'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Leading by 6. And the second quarter about to get started. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
We've got Willie Hernan-Gomez. And it's Fall in at the 5.
You know, with the defender giving him a little bit of space, he fires away.
Three-pointer. Hernan-Gomez with a rebound. Now here's Parker. Here's Fall. Back to Hernan-Gomez. Pass to Satoransky. And he slams it in one-handed.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
All sorts of time. That one goes in. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Vesely. Six to shoot. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
With the drive. Here's Peters. Here's Dorsey. Connects from downtown.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
And he goes in for the dunks.
Oh, he really fought for that one. Battling through contact to complete the play.
Incredible, incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Here's Vesely. Elbow shot on the way. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Evans. No good from outside. That three's off the mark. A minute 50 left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Dorsey. And there's the screen. Fires the three. Doesn't go for him. Dorsey's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. 1:21 left to play in the first half of basketball. Rebounded by Evans. Pass to Dorsey. Launches a three. Got a hand on it. And he gets it back. Puts up a deep three. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. .51 seconds left in the second. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
First personal foul, second team foul.
There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. They set the pick.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Here's Peters. 5 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though.
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. It sure does look good.
And so that brings the first half to a close. They lead by 13. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
You take a look at the home team, a tall order for them in this one. Looking to steal a win from a very good team. On paper, it's a tough hill.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the visiting team.
They've made it fun to...
That does it for halftime. Let's...
just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Papanikolaou. No made baskets yet. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Both shots good from the stripe. Pass to Fall. And here's Hernan Gomez. The three is up. It's hauled in by Fall. Knocked loose. Now Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. Fall no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And the three-pointer goes.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
On the wing, Fournier. He has 6, and the shot goes in. The visitors with the ball. Lays it up and banks it in. Give him 8 points now.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give them a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Misses from the corner. And they're on the run. Here's Papanikolaou. Oh, he gets it to Fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
He takes it in. Basket counts.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat. And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. The shot by Vezenkov, no good. Vezenkov's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Alex. Thank you.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
They absolutely want to add to what's already a big lead.
No question, B.A. No reason to let up. Just keep playing your game.
Here's Papanikolaou. Sinks the tray. Give him 8 points now.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Here's Vezenkov. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third quarter here. To the right side. 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. They get it back to the left wing. Here's Papanikolaou. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
Out to the wing. Here's Parker. Sinks it from distance. Parker's got 5 points.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Left side Fournier. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
19 seconds left in the third. Three-pointer. It doesn't go for him. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. They lead by 14. And right after this, and while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Pass to Vizenkov. Oh, they get a hand on it. Outside Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. 4-3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That is how you use the shot fake, folks.
Here's Vesely. And that one is hammered home.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And there's a pick. Over to the left wing. Here's Papanikolaou. The three. Gets the three ball to go.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Wide open. Out on his own on the break. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Fournier very skilled at sniffing out, anticipating when to go for the steal.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Fournier with a rebound. Here's Papanikolaou. The baseline, Jay. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Vizenkov driving inside, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
And the visitors call time here. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. He told them no time to celebrate, the work is not finished. We gotta stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Takes the three, and yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. There's 1:54 left to play in the fourth. Back to Satoransky. Parker the screen. Just 5 to shoot, and it's Satoransky penetrating.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Evans. Off target with the 3.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
On target from range.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
To halt the run. Here's Papanikolaou. The shot comes out. There's 48 seconds left to play in the 4th.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
It's deflected. They retain possession from deep. Evans, that's good. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Parker outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Peters. Fires away from way outside. Misses. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can...
that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Shields bangs home the trifecta.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Peters. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And count it from 19 feet away.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Takes a three, hands it from downtown. He has 6.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
And he's good on the three ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
For 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Pass to Fall. A rim-rattling two-handed jam. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Hands with the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it.
Away team ball.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. They swipe it. And he jams it with authority.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
Down low, here's Fall. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Here's Papanicolaou, and that one is stuffed right through.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
A minute 20 left in the first. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Shields from outside off the mark. Goes up. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Peters misses.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Driving in, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. They lead by 11. And the second quarter. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
They've got Brooks, and it's Quizair in at the 3 spot. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. He takes it in, and it's blocked. Evans against Brooks. Here's Milutinov, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Good on the triple.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. From deep, Evans gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Away team foul. Armani Brooks. First personal foul. First team foul.
It's Evans on the wing. Brooks covering. Nailed from three-point land.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the three at almost 60% for the game.
Mirotic, the pass to Quizair. Shoots the three. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Here's Vazenkov. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Mirotic has a wide open look. He trains it from beyond the arc. Mirotic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they've got into a nice flow this quarter.
Evans attacking. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
McCormick passes to Beaumont. Here's Quizair. Mirotic the screen. Into the lane. No good with the layup.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Dorsey off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Got that one up quick. Mirotic has got 8 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Vazenkov, covered by Mirotic. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And that's Evans penetrating, and Evans throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness. That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
There's the pick. Pass to Dorsey. Evans outside. 5 to shoot. Off target from three-point range. Brooks, the pass to McCormick. A three for Mirotic. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. 32 seconds left in the first half of the game. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
Here's Mirotic, and finished off by Mirotic.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so that's the end of the first half. Up by 12. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Hey, everybody, it's halftime.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look, Shaq.
Yeah, the only way.
Next up, let's see. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We've got Evan Fournier. Falls out there with Peters. And it's Papanikolaou in at the 3, the small forward.
Yeah, you love to see a quick bucket off the inbounds. Well done.
Pass to Peters. Off target at the rim. Peters has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Lets it go from deep. It doesn't go for him.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Papanikolaou. Drills it from outside. Papanikolaou's got 8 points.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Hits it from three-point range.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Fall. Shot clock at 6. Here's Peters. With the clock winding down. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And it's good off the back rim and in. 11 points in the game. The visitors with the ball. They trail by 14. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Right wing. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. Here's Fournier off with the layup. Over to the wing. From the arc. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:56 left to play in the third. Pass to Peters. Top of the key, and he nails the jumper.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:35 left here in the third quarter. Here's Quizair. Goes back up. McCormick's shot is off. One-on-one here. Pass to Fall. Here's Papanikolaou, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Fall with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouls.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And there's the drive. Pass to Papanikolaou. Right side Fournier. Here's Peters, covered by Mirotic.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
They get a hand on it, and so out of bounds it goes. And they'll keep possession. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the third. The three ball. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Up in time. No good on the last second attempt there. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guard. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Dorsey kicks to Evans. Out to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. We've got Mirotic, and it's McCormick in at the center.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Target with his 3. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Here's Paul Morrow. No good on the 3. Fast break, here they come. Rebounded by Balmoro.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy misser too.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Here's Vezenkov. Pass to Dorsey. There's a good screen. Here's Vezenkov. And he drops that one in.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
McCormick, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team, number 31, Siobhan.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Vezenkov, covered by Mirotic. And it's Vezenkov missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Six on the shot clock. Here's Milutinov. No good on the triple.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
No coverage that side.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Vezenkov.
Away team foul. Mirotic. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Stolen by Brooks.
He's going to throw his arm out trying to make a pass of that one.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Evans with it. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
To the wing right side. Shot clock at 5. Launches from deep. McCormick with the rebound. Now here is Mirotic. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Pass to Brooks. Fires the three. Gets the three to fall.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Satoransky. Trying to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Parker defending. No good with a layup. Three-pointer. Doesn't go that time. Off the mark there with a three.
And maybe they're a little too excited today. They need to settle down. They've opened up 1 for 4.
Brooks defending. Back to Satoransky.
Away team foul. Shields. First personal foul. First team foul.
To the inside. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown. Offensive rebound. Buries it from 3. He's got 5.
Man, he's bringing the energy, the efficiency. I love what he's doing offensively.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Drills it from deep.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Shot on the wing. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Metu, pass to Satoransky. Here's Vesely. Brooks with the rebound.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Moving it up.
team foul. Cody, first personal foul, first team foul.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Takes a three, and it's rejected.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Shot's good by Sadaransky.
And that'll fire up your team. Great defensive play at one end and instant offense at the other.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Brooks outside. Lets it go from deep. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Parker outside. For 3. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Outside for Brooks. They set the screen. Wing shot on the way. Whoa! And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
He sneaks in off the baseline, then elevates for a sick reverse jam.
Man, that was so pretty. Athletic basketball with a little showmanship mixed in.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Second team foul.
And 1:01 left in the first. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. To the wing on the left. And he converts the layup. He's got 10.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Parker defending. Shot from 12, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brooks.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Parker. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. 23 seconds left to play in the first. Knocks it down from distance.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
4 seconds left, and Parker throws it down.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. They lead by 4, and we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On target from range. He's got 6.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Over to the left wing. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Tries a 3 off the inbound. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Mirotic can't get it to go.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Got it.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. To the middle. And the layup is good off the glass.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Out to the wing. Here's Fall. Still without a bucket. 5 on the clock. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. They grab their own miss. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
So the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Mirotic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Hernan Gomez on the wing. To the left wing. And he banks in the layup. Hernan Gomez has got his first basket.
That's one thing about Willie. He has no trouble being aggressive, particularly when operating close.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And Fall gets it to go.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Here in quarter two, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Fall. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's the 3. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
I just love the ball movement.
It's a 9-point spread. 1:44 left to play in the first half.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Balmaro. No good on the triple. A minute 9 left in the second period. Shoots. Hits the front of the rim and out. He shoots.
Number 8. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 45 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
I can't believe it. I mean, he can't buy a basket in the second period. He might want to keep the ball moving.
Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Inside, here's Hernan Gomez. With 1 on the clock. And so we wrap up the first half. They lead by 11. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
25.
Thanks for joining us.
It's not a huge deficit on the boards, but enough to where they're giving away possessions, and that adds up, guys.
Yeah, if they're playing a comeback.
And now that we have some time, let's see how the All-Star vote. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Satoransky left side. Sinks that one from the post. Satoransky's got 7 points in the game. The three ball. That shot is off. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Fires the 3. He's off on that one.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Vesely from 11 feet away, and he hits the jump shot.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
About a minute played here in the second half. Parker defending. Nails it from 3. Give him 8 points now.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Boy, we're seeing inspired play out of them.
And that's certainly reflected in the score.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. The first one falls.
At the line for 2, Satoransky.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. There's the triple. Buries it from 3.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
There's the drive. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
They set the pick. From deep three-point land. And Metu pulls it down. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
No good on the 3.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit. No one near him. He gets it in there.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
The officials were right on top of that one.
First personal foul, third team foul.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Parker defending. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And so he makes both from the line. .152 left in the third quarter. To the left side wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 18 points for him.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
hits the three-pointer.
A tale of two halves. After a slow start, he's turning his offense around.
1:16 left in the third quarter. That's off target. Now 6 for 10. The drive by Brooks. Banked it in off the glass. Brooks has got 8 points.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
Brooks has gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3. Pass to Metu. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. They're running. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Out left to the wing. He got a piece of it. Here's the break. Fires for 3. Tips it back in.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Pass to Parker. Launches it. Knocks down the triple.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And he drives in. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. They just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Balmaro. The three-pointer off the mark. Oh, he picked him clean. Pass to McCormick. Here's Balmaro. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 hits the trifecta.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Finished off the break.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Unloads. Pass to Mirotic. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 6 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
That one drops for him. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Fires from deep. Connects from downtown.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Mirotic, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Gets the three to fall.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
While Morrow's gone 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
It's tipped. And that one drops for him.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
And Fall gets it to go.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
They put together a solid lead.
And it doesn't seem like they're going to back off.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Misses the three. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Pass to Mirotic. From the arc. Lets the three fly. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. 52 seconds left in the final quarter. To the paint. This one for three. Sinks it from distance. For three. Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
Pass to Mirotic. There's 25 seconds left in the game. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
From deep three-point range, offline. And so they get the victory here at home. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes them.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And here is Satoransky. They get the rebound. Vesely kicks to Parker. And he's good on the three ball.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Now here's Satoransky.
Hey, yo, right here.
Parker, right side. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. First quarter, just over a minute played. Started by Fournier, and he uses the glass on the layup. He has 5.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Pass to Vizenkov. Puts the move on. Jams it in off the great move.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Back to Parker. Here's Satoransky. There's the screen. 5 on the clock. Good on the shot.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
Satoransky covering. No good with the triple. Launches a 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
It's intercepted. And here's the fast break. Fournier for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Now here's Satoransky. Guarded close.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Pass to Vizenkov. Stolen by Satoransky. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. A three-pointer off the mark.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Satoransky covering. And that one is hammered home.
He puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Now, here's Satoransky. Out to the right wing. Vesely passes to Parker. Launches it. 6 on the shot clock. That 3 off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Fournier against Parker. The 3. And Fournier is good for 3. Fournier's got 6.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Medu passes to Satoransky. Here's the screen. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. "17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. From beyond the arc and then some. 8 points for him.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
And so lots. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
First team foul. Substitution on the court. Away team foul. Milan. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Laprovitola, covered by Evans. Six to shoot. They grab their own miss. Covered by Evans. Tries again. And it's good on the way in. Pass to Dorsey. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Here's Laprovitola, and the layup's good off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Now Dorsey. Fires from deep. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Dorsey's gone 2 of 2 from three-point land tonight. Here's Laprovitola, covered by Evans. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Papanikolaou, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. Third.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the.
And he knocks down the first one. Vassili's checked in for fault. He's perfect from the line this time.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
From the arc. Papanikolaou, good. Papanikolaou's got 5 points in the quarter. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Laprovitola, no good. A tight game here in Cleveland. Peters kicks to Evans. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And here comes the break. Here's Laprovitola.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Here's Dorsey. He has 6. Three-pointer. Rebound by Vesely. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Lennon Gomez a screen. Fires the three. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space.
Oh, my goodness, the slam.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Provitola in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
They set the pick. Evans outside. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Here's Abrinas. Nothing on the board. Here's Vesely. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good one. Feed the interior, good things will happen.
Covered by Evans. Banked in off the glass. 8 points for him.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Shot by Papanikolaou, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Abrinas to the inside. Vesely, and a slam dunk by Vesely.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Here's Papanikolaou. It's a 5-point game. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Papanikolaou's got 8.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Up by 2. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
What do you think about our Eastern Conference winner?
Finally, we're giving props to a big. Enough of these little dudes winning MVPs and awards. Basketball is for my guys, the tall dudes.
Love that they're taking high percentage shots, and it hasn't been easy for them. It's hard to score inside when the defense is collapsing on you.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Medu is out there with Fall. Then there's Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. He's guarded by Fournier. Pass to Fall. Parker outside, fires for 3. It's good from long range.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Parker's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Satoransky covering. They set the pick. Pass to Vezenkov. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Number 77. First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your
first one falls for him.
Parker, taking 2 shots.
And Parker drops them both. Satoransky covering. Stolen by Satoransky. Yep, that one goes in there. He has 6. Satoransky's gotten 3 of his 5 shots to go here. There's the pick. Pass to Vezenkov. Out to the right wing. Can they get it? And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Satoransky looking around. Going inside. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The visitors with the ball. They trail by 11. Here's Vezenkov. Traps in the tray.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Parker outside. Here's Satoransky. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Pass to Medu. There's the three. The shot off that time. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Vezenkov. Offensive rebound. Launches it. Trains the three-pointer. Vezenkov's got 6.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Over to the wing. There's a screen. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Vezenkov. There's the triple. Here's Fall. The three-pointer, no good. 59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Parker passes to Medu. Shot clock at 6, and he dunks it down.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Now here's Fournier. Tight defense on him. And the three ball is good. 9 points in the game so far.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Fournier's gone 3 of 4, shooting 75% from deep here. Now here's Satoransky. He's got 10.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Here's Vezenkov. 6 points for him. He can't get it to go. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They're up by 10. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Falls out there with Medu. Then there's Parker. And it's Satoransky in at the point guard. Vezenkov's gone 2 of 7 from the floor here. And that one's good. Parker
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Got to at least show a little heart out here.
From deep, Evans to the wing on the left. Here's Vazenkov. Pass to Evans. They set the pick. Here's 3 pointers off the mark. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. The shot by Satoransky, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Pass to Medu. Back to Satoransky. Lets it go with a three. He's off on that one. Here's Vazenkov. Offline with his three.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Back to Satoransky. Got it. Good job in the low post. Satoransky's got 10 points here in the second half.
Whatever adjustments were made at half, boy, they are working. He's looking like a different player since the break.
Here's Vazenkov. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Shoots from 12. Medu can't hit. Pass to Papanikolaou. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Puts up a deep three. And it's Vazenkov with the rebound. Vazenkov's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The shot by Dorsey, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Medu can't hit. Medu's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Looking to end his cold spell, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Pass to Parker. Here's Fall. This one for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Parker's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Satoransky with it. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Dorsey kicks to Evans. Takes a 3. The rebound by Medu.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
The offensive rebound. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Papanikolaou.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Here's Vazenkov. Unable to get that one. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Pass to Satoransky. From deep 3-point territory. Missed. And so they get the victory here at home. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.